I got the power mug today. It is power mug day because you know why? The sky is falling. There's aliens coming to invade our planet, and there's an asteroid headed toward us all at the same time. I don't know what else to do except for drink coffee and not freak out like everybody else. Swear. So, the Fed raised the rate yesterday. And let's talk about that. So here's the thing. I'm talking with one of my friends 3 days ago. We're talking about the market, which has been a similar conversation that's kind of been creeping up. And if you're in real estate, you know what I'm talking about. Or if you're in finance, you know what I'm talking about. It's just an unavoidable conversation at this point in time. And, it's like when you're in sports or whatever and you're talking about the weather. Let's just get a rain today at practice. It's like what you talk about. Like, how's the market? But yesterday, the Fed raised the rate. So now everybody's freaking out. Houses are going like crazy. Everybody's going to foreclosure again. So I've got the power mug. Here's how the conversation went. How do you think the market's going to go? I've got this house. I'm thinking about putting it on the market. And, we really need to downsize because, our kids are all moved out and, they're in college now and we've got this big house. We don't really want to take care of it and we want to downsize. What do you think is going to happen? Should we get out now? Is it, you think it's going to crash again? Oh my gosh, time out. Everybody take a deep breath. Come on. Real estate. Here is my sage advice. And I'm no economist. I am no PhD in math or anything like that. But here is my sage advice as someone who lives and breathes and loves real estate. The game has never changed. The game has never changed. Even in the 2007 era, when everybody was losing their crap, the game never changed. It's very simple. You sell high and you buy low. That's my advice. You want to know what's happening? Sell high, buy low. So here is the two things we're going to talk about today. Ready? If you're a real estate agent, if you're in the real estate industry, you're a real estate agent, here's how the game is going to work for you. You are an independent business owner. Let that sink in for a second. 90% of you, or however many people, are not employed in real estate. If you are an independent contractor, you're a business owner, you work on behalf and underneath a broker, okay? You run your own business. You're your own person. You make your own money. You pay your own taxes. And if you're in this game and you're not playing it long term, then you need to be worried. You need to be worried every day because that's just how your business is going. It's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. It's feast or famine. If you're going to be in real estate and you're going to be a real estate agent, you're going to be a successful one, be a business owner. Be who you are. Play the game of real estate as if you're in it to win it. You should be ramping up your marketing. You should be right now taking care of your name ID and making sure all of your clients, all of your past clients, any future clients know who you are and what you do. It's that simple. You should be boosting your marketing. Your drip campaign should be on point. You should be pouring money into marketing. You should be pouring money into your market. You should be selling houses and building your pipeline. And you should not be concerned about whether there's a cool down period or whether there's not a cool down period. Because if you're building the business right, that's just kind of like an ebb and a flow, right? It's not something that you deathly concern your whole career is based on the fact that there's a crash or whatever coming. You should be preparing for Armageddon. As a real estate business, as a successful real estate person, agent, realtor, however you want to identify yourself, you should be preparing for a crash. You should be preparing your business as if tomorrow morning the entire thing falls out from under you and you, not like any of the peers in your office, are the one agent that had your shit together and is just going to power through that recession, power through the cool down or the crash or whatever it gets thrown at you the next day and the next day and the next day, because you're a business owner. You run your real estate business like a business. And that's my advice. Start ramping up. Play the long game. Doesn't matter if the Fed raises the rate. Yeah, it's going to be hard for people to get loans, and refinancings are going to cool down. And yeah, I think there's a cool down period coming. There's just too many factors to warrant a crash. It's just my opinion. Too many people, too many eyeballs on the market, on housing, on, stocks and bonds. And in my opinion, for that to happen so soon after one we just had, I just don't think it's going to happen. Okay. I think there's a cool down period. I think that, inventory is probably going to increase a little bit, and it's going to be harder to sell houses. But that's just my opinion in my market. If you live in a more rural place, who knows? If you pay attention to your local market, really start digging in. There's great resources for, real estate economy and real estate market news and stuff like that. You can go find them. I'll talk a little bit more about them on Instagram and some stuff today. However, so part 2 of this little rant sesh, okay? While I'm finishing my coffee. Back to the original story. If you're a buyer or a seller, so real estate agents, here is what I told my client. And here's what I would tell every client from here on out. It's the same advice. It never changes, ever, ever, ever. You'll always hear me say this because the game is the same. Sell high, buy low. Sell high, buy low. Buy low, sell high. That's just the way it goes. It's the game. It's the real estate game. If you don't get that as a real estate agent, then you really need to go re-educate yourself. I promise. This is simple advice to provide for your client, okay? Here's what I told them. If you have an opportunity right now to buy low and you want to leave your current housing situation, if you have a job opportunity that's requiring you to move from this house, if you need to leave the house because you have to downsize or you're trying to upsize to get more kids in the house, if there's a reason, a purpose for you to leave your current house, maybe it's just the reason you want to. You just want to leave. Sell your house high. Put it on the market now while the market's good, right? But only do that if you can rent or buy something low. And that's just the simple advice I would give to them. If you have to leave your current house, right now is a good time to pull all the equity out, sell the house, cash out, and cut bait and run. However, the problem with that in a market like this is that rates are still going up, okay? House prices are still going up. They may be cooling down a little bit. They may not be increasing what we're seeing, 7 and 12% year over year, which is ridiculous. We might come back down to like 2 or 3 or 4, but they're still increasing month over month and year over year. So if you can't find something else to move into immediately or find that deal, there's not an opportunity on the market that you know about that you're not going to compete with everybody else trying to find a deal right now for, yes, sell high and buy low. That's the advice. It's very simple. It's bulletproof advice because it's just the facts about the real estate market. You can't get in trouble ethically about it. You can't get in trouble by saying something you shouldn't say about the economy because that's just facts. So if you're looking for something to tell your freaking out client base, if you want to just put together an awesome marketing flyer and throw it out there to all your clients, just put it together. I mean, it's very simple and it's true. So do that. Here is my only caveat to that, which is seller number 2, okay? And pay very close attention to this seller number 2. If you are a seller, if you're a homeowner in this situation, here is some extra 2 cents. If you have negative equity right now, if in this market, unless you're living in a local market that is just not doing well, okay? If you're living in a market like mine that has had year over year and month over month growth right now, and you have negative equity, if you're upside down in your house, if you cannot sell it for any particular reason, you need to figure out a way to get out of that situation. That's number 2, okay? You don't apply to the sell high, buy low scenario. You apply to the get out of your current situation and buy low scenario or rent. Because if you have negative equity in this economy right now, when it does cool down, when there is another recession, when there is another real estate crash, and there will always be those situations, you're going to be hurting bad. That there's no other way around that. That's scenario number 2. So that's all I've got for you this morning. I'm going to drink some more coffee. I'm going to go sit at my computer and read some news about why the sky is falling and have a little bit of a laugh at everybody. And if you like what we're talking about here in the mornings, we talk about real estate stuff, we talk about business stuff, we talk about growing businesses, we talk about all the things that you need to know. And we just drink coffee and we talk about it, and that's what we do. So like, subscribe, have fun. Let's talk about stuff. It's great.